I think humans are incredible, obviously. Just look at how we have transformed the world. From better, more efficient transportation, to new military technology, and to communication, you can now basically hold the entire world right in the palm of your hand. However, we are constantly focused on what technology brings us, rather than what it takes away. With all the cool features, gadgets, and innovations that come with technology, how can technology take things away? It's simple. Technology dumbs down or replaces part of our collective humanity. Humanity is defined as the quality or condition of being human, human nature. Human nature is the concept that there is a set of inherent distinguishing characteristics, including ways of thinking, feeling, and acting, which all humans tend to have. Technology clouds our sense of reality. It takes away our sense of personal interaction, away our responsibilities, and our deep thoughts and feelings. Technology allows us to act less human. Social technology is permeating everything in our lives. It seems that every medium of media has incorporated social into the message. Facebook alone has pulled over 500 million people into the use of social technology for multiple purposes. Humanity is experiencing connectivity to the human network like never before in history. From the beginning of human history, information traveled only as fast as a person could walk, or a ship could sail, or a horse could run. Then postal service was developed, and a letter to a friend, a birthday card, or a document took several days by regular mail, not to mention you had to address the envelope, put a stamp on it, and deliver it by hand to the nearest post office. Activities were easy to focus on, and done one at a time, face to face, with the friends and family. Since the postal service, technology came along. From the radio to where families gathered around and listened to together as entertainment, to black and white TVs with 4 or 5 channels, to a telephone with only one line, then to mobiles, computers, internet, and email, making the way in which we communicate incredibly fast and easy. We are no longer forced to send letters through the postal service, go outside to play games with your friends, book vacations through travel agent, shop in stores, visit the library for research material or just to read a book, or wait for our photos to be developed. Technology has changed our lives, giving us the freedom to conduct all these activities from the comfort of our homes. The virtual community we've created now seems to take priority over the people in our immediate surroundings, the real world. It is now possible to be in a room full of people who are multitasking, totally ignoring each other, locked in their own little digital bubble. Technology replaces the real with the virtual. Why go meet someone to chat when you can text them? Why would you need to go to a party and live a life when you can play a video game that mirrors life? Or more importantly, you can kill people without actually having to draw blood in video games. Andrew Tuplin, a student from the University of Toronto, believes morality itself becomes virtual as we allow people to virtually participate in morally reprehensible behavior, and as real relationships are overshadowed by MySpace and Facebook and Twitter pages, and as texting replaces conversation. This all allows for people to create a broad network of weaker, impersonal ties. And he's right. Technology consumes the essence of human relationships and morals and flattens them. One thing about the internet and cell phones is how easy they make it to disconnect from other people. If you're not interested in talking anymore, just simply hang up, delete the conversation, close the browser, or unfriend or unfollow them. How easy is that? You can instantly digitally walk away from the conversation and even your friendship. This shows how we as users now interact with each other as humans using technology. We are losing touch with what it's like to treat a human being like a person, instead of like a contact or a screen name. The convenience of technology, the same convenience that allows us to share photos and find friends, also enables our worst habits to come into play in ways that would not normally exist. Technology gives us an easy way out when dealing with other human beings, sometimes to the detriment of our own humanity. Technological advances have made it even harder for people to take the time to stop and stare and appreciate the simple nature and beauty of our lives and the world around us. Instead, we are running even faster, overlapping activities, trying to keep track of more and more useless information. Have you recently just been relaxing, trying to enjoy a TV show, but had the distinct feeling that you should be doing something else at the same time? I know I feel that all the time. Whether I'm eating, doing homework, or watching TV, I'm constantly wondering if I have a new BBM or text, or what I might be missing on Facebook. A study by the communication professor Cliff Nass explains why we love to be flooded with information, how we scan the environment rather than ponder what we have. He means that we're becoming addicted to having information shot into our brains from many sources at all times of the night and day, somewhat similar to the high we get from drugs. And our minds are getting too used to the stimulus that we feel bored without it. There never seemed like there was enough hours in the day, and now there really isn't. Truth be told, no matter how many protests, mankind is not a multitasker. We like to think we are, but we're not. It's been proven that while we text, watch TV, do homework, Facebook, or Twitter, attention for those around us is lacking. Have you ever tried to have a face-to-face talk with someone who is texting? I think we are born with the right amount of hands, and we should work accordingly. But now we are experiencing the discomfort and sometimes even anxiety of relaxing when we think we should be doing lots of other things. Relaxation and personal time is gradually becoming uncomfortable. Maybe the use of technology spreads because humans both create and then are able to understand it inside and out. People are far too complicated to understand. Unlike machines and little gadgets, they involve both rational and irrational thought. We continue to use technology to manipulate life into a set of directions because it temporarily boosts our fragile egos. We feel connected and accepted. To have a relationship with a distant audience rather than to deal with the frustrations, difficulties, and uncertainties of close human relationships is so much easier. But what choice do we have? How do we keep ourselves balanced when we're constantly fed the culture that results from severe reliance upon technology? Perhaps now we simply live in a culture of technology. And prevention of this is difficult because it goes against what the majority of others around us do and think. The competitive modern world, which is moving at a very fast pace, has made many of us miss out on ourselves. Human beings are failing to understand themselves and have no time or interest to try and learn. Technology dehumanizes us and removes us from our natural place of being and creates a virtual universe. As we move forward with technological advancements, our humanity pays the price. If we continue to lessen our face-to-face communication and substitute technology for our human consciousness, we'll be pushed further and further from reality, solely relying on technology for affection and all our answers to our so-called problems. And the virtual world will soon become the real world and the only world.